My name's Mike, and I own Rockstar's Barbers and Coffee in Birmingham. Before barbering, I was at school, so I got kicked out of school at 14 and pretty much started cutting hair from there. I had a few odd jobs. I was a bit of a tearaway, so my friend gave me an opportunity. Well, not my friend, it was actually my barber at the time. He gave me an opportunity to go and sweep floors for him, and I'd done that from the age of, like, I think it was 15. As soon as I got kicked out of school, done that, and then I stopped doing it for a few years and then got straight back into it from then. Well, I learned the trade probably mostly in the last 5-6 years as it's got bigger and bigger. The first year I didn't really know what to do. It wasn't as big as it is now. So I opened it with not a clue, just like off my head. I thought it was my last chance, really. The challenges from obviously when I first started was there was nothing like there is now. So I was being self-taught. At the very first, when I went to work for my friend, I still work with now today, 10 years on, was very minimal. And obviously when I left and then done a few things in between and then got back into barbering, it was pretty much just self-taught, just watching and learning. I've never really been very good with being told what to do, so it was just kind of what I saw. My mind's like a sponge. If I see something, try it. If I do it, or if I can't do it, then I'll leave it. I think opening my second store was a big one because the first one was always there, so I was kind of like humbled by it because I opened it so young. I think opening my second store and that being self-contained to run itself and building the family that I've got, who are like loyal and together over the 2 stores, is awesome. I think starting a barbering career this day and age is awesome. Like, obviously you see a lot of people coming from the hairdressing into barbering, which is great because there's that much more creativity in it. As you see, I'm not taking anything away from hairdressers because a lot of people can do both, but obviously solely coming from like the barbering industry and never touching a woman's hair, apart from now when people are having shorter styles, it's an awesome trade to be in. Like, you can go so far in it as long as you hold your own and you know where you want to go. Having courses like you have today, obviously like LSB, I think people are quite lucky because it's a fast-track way into it. Obviously it's a long career if you choose that's what you want to do, but it's an awesome way to get into it and obviously to get to know the basics. It was an awesome opportunity. So I took it on. To take Friday off work's hard. So to come down and see what the guys do, and I was sceptical, obviously driving up here and thinking about it a lot. And just to do in such a short amount of time, I wanted to see the breakdown of how it was done and get some insight into it, and it was awesome to see. To be honest, there was two guys today that done like the 2 haircuts while I was there. I was pretty blown away by the fact that they'd done it in 9 weeks. I thought they were, and then I saw when you do 12 weeks, the intermediate course or whatever. When I saw their haircuts come out, it was unbelievable. There was one guy that never picked scissors up, and his haircut was like he'd been doing it for 10 years. So, which is obviously it's a proven point that you can learn if you've obviously got the right training in that short amount of time. Well, it's always what I've done myself. So I would just chuck somebody in the deep end if they come for a haircut, and obviously I trust that the client's not going to obviously moan, but obviously I can watch over them. I do it in exactly the same way, obviously a lot smaller, and chuck them in the deep end, see what they've got. But the fact that they can do it, and then when they leave, they've already been in a barbering environment. Because if you come out of a college and you haven't been to school, and you come out of a college and then you just go straight into a salon, you have no salon experience just from what the tutors told you. I think I've seen it a lot myself, where the people that come from colleges and stuff, they have a lot less about them because they haven't had the environment, and they think that you just stand there and cut hair like a robot, and that's not what you do. I think the passion in it that you see at LSB is something that obviously they put into the students, that when they leave, they obviously take onto the floor of the shop. The educators are ace, man. Well, I got on with a lot of them. Obviously, I'd never met any of them before. It was really welcoming, and their passion and that, to see it, and how close they are with the guys. Obviously, you spend a long time there, like if it's 3, 6, 9, 12 weeks, that's a long time to not work and then just be training, doing something. So for them guys to obviously stick together, it was good to see how like tight-knit and passionate they were about it.